to confess that I'm a complete wuss, so it's not really my genre. But I'd have to go with a classic, which would be Carrie.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That freaked the shit out of me when I saw it the first time. But that's like, you know, Sissy Spacek and Piper Laurie, come on.
You should have said The Lion King or something like that.
Exactly. It was really scary. When he died, he got trampled.
Next question? Yes.
As a side question, then, Scott, have you met Jay Souls yet while you've been here?
I have not.
Yeah.
And did you hear?
No.
And I heard she was going to be here, and I haven't. We've been sort of stuck in our little corner, so I haven't met a lot of the other people, actors here.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anybody in particular on the set that is an actor, like trips on the rest of the co-stars, he or she?
I've heard lots of stories about Jason, about Ryan.
Oh, yeah, I had too. But I don't know if there's as many pranksters as just a sort of there's a lot of joking around, but it's not so much like practical jokes a la, you know, Clooney style from what you read about him.
Right. Yeah, it's just a lot of joking.
Yeah.
You too? Like, we're in different worlds.
Yeah.
So I kind of am wondering what's it like over there in Carlisle.
Yeah, it's a cool world. You should come back and visit.
Is it great? I visited for like 2 seconds in season 1.
The first time, I think my first scene after I was cast was in Relatz, and that's the most Dorothy. I felt like Dorothy walking into Oz. It was the set is so iconic.
Yeah.
And so the first time you walk on, it's really amazing.
Wow.
We'll just talk to each other.
I've been outside in Relatz, like at the back lot, like where I tried to kill Tara.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Sam came to Fantasia once.
He did.
He did, and he still talks about this red sequin outfit. We were in some panel, and someone asked, "What's the most disturbing thing for you on True Blood?" And we each answered, and Sam was last, and he was quiet forever, and then he goes, "That red sequin outfit you were wearing." that was the most disturbing.
That was the
thing
most
to him.
disturbing. That's funny.
No,
Boys with fashion.
yeah.
Next question. Yes.
Kristen, do you have any input into Pam's lines in the show?
None. I just see them come and go, "Oh my God, that's so awesome."
By the way, we all covet them. Everyone gets the question, what part would you like to play? And I guarantee you, whether you're male or female, your answer will be Pam.
She's pretty good.
She gets the best costumes and the best lines. For
Yeah,
sure.
right? I mean, they really, and then none of that is me.
Next question. Yes.
When you guys first signed on to True Blood, do you have any idea how huge it would be to become? And now that it is, how do you deal with that?
Because was it big?
Well, it was already a hit by the time I joined season 3. Ooh, excuse me. So, I was already entering it, and it was, I mean, that's why when I went to the audition, I thought, well, this will never happen. It's this monster hit. They'll get a star. But, so for me, it was already, but you were on season 1, so it wasn't.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not even sure it had aired. Because I came in on episode 4, and I had also been out of the country, so I hadn't heard of it at all. So I auditioned for it, and I just knew Alan Ball and Vampires and HBO, which is pretty great. And auditioned, and then left the country, and then got a text. And they said, "You got True Blood," and I literally texted back, "Which one was that?" And then, landed on, I'm on the wrong time zone.
Oh, God.
17-hour flight, and then went straight to my fang fitting, and I thought, this is hilarious. They did the full dental thing, and mold, and then went straight to my wardrobe fitting, which was this crazy corset that you couldn't sit in even. And I thought, oh my God, I'm so tired, this is going to suck. I'm not going to be able to eat or sit down. And I wanted to do both badly. And then I went right to the set, and it was, yeah, come on in. Scared him off. And then, met Alex, hey. And I remember thinking, I don't think he's going to be fun to work with.
Those Nordic Swedes.
Right? I was like, he's kind of serious. And he's so not. people still, the wardrobe people like Lori said,
Yeah.
wardrobe, she still says, wow, you were out of it. She just said it was quite a thing dealing with me that day. But I remember asking Alex, are you speaking Cambodian? And he went, no. And I was like, God, he's so odd. And now we're, super friends and super used to each other. It's so funny.
I know.
And it was Anna, Steven, and Alex.
Yeah.
And then we had a whole night shoot trying to get us to fly down this alley. Look like we're flying. And they didn't quite have it down yet. So it was just a cardboard, like a, what do you call that? Square piece of wood. And it had wheels on each corner. So it was sort of like a square wood skateboard. Trolley. And they had a piece of rope pulling it and a piece of rope to stop it. And Alex and I looked at it like, I don't like the looks of that. And then we got on it and they were pulling it down this alley and we're like this, of course. And then they were trying to figure out how to get Alex's wig to look like it's moving in the wind. And so they had a fan and a guy running backwards in front with the fan. I was like, is this a college movie? I'm like, isn't this like a big show?
That's hilarious.
It was, and by the next morning we were all bonded. But, because it was so weird and brutal.
What was the question?
Yeah, who knows?
Next question? Yes.
The scenes when the vampire, they kill a vampire and all that book, or is that made off? Do you know what that is?
God only knows. I mean, they come in with a big vat, and they sort of look at it, these guys are like in construction boots and flannel shirts, and they're like, we need some more brains, get some more of the ligament stuff, and they have names for it. And and they have gallons, like milk jugs.
They have jugs.
So when you bite someone, what is the blood made of when you're a vampire and biting someone? What is that?
It's a corn syrup and food coloring. And so you just put it in your mouth, close your mouth, and then you act like you're biting them. And we have rubber fangs and we have hard fangs. And then you just sort of let it come out the sides. It's pretty messy business.
But sweet.
Right, but very sweet.
Yes.
How long do you spend in makeup?
This year?
Yeah, well, any year.
This year was a lot. Normally for me it's 2 hours, hair and makeup.
It's a little less for me because you're a little more glammed up. It's about an hour and a half for me, I think, for the natural look.
For the natural waitress look, exactly. And then this year it was like 5 hours for that face.
In and out, or one way?
One way, and then an hour out. And the day where I pulled, when the curse first hits me and I have to pull that piece off, was 9 hours.
Ooh.
3 hours in, shoot it. 3 hours in, shoot it. 3 hours in, shoot it. With also, it was a 9-hour test day. It's a bizarre thing because it's 3 guys working on this much of you. So they're on top of each other. And, I couldn't watch TV or listen to the iPod or do anything because they're moving my head around. And I have to, keep different positions. And then after a while, they sort of forget that you're a person. So you just kind of become a prop, and they have their own life, and they sit and talk to each other, and I go into a coma.
What if you have to pee?
Yeah, then, and really, I did, work all that out. Because it was a whole thing, too, because I couldn't eat. I had a mouthpiece in. So it was a whole day, man. And then the lens on one side was opaque, so I was blind on one side. And what's amazing about that, it doesn't happen if you close one eye. But somehow with your eyes open, both trying to focus and one can't, you lose all depth perception. which I did not realize. So after they put in the lens, I'm reaching for my water, you know, and doing the scene with Alex, and they said, get closer to Alex, and I went over there. It gets very weird. So it's a bizarre day.